What is going on, everyone? Today we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at the Trick or Treat Studios Rob Zombie's Halloween clean version mask. Let's get into it. Alright, we got the package here from Trick or Treat Studios. Like I told you guys in the previous videos, I did pre-order the rotted and clean version of Rob Zombie's Halloween masks from Trick or Treat Studios. And the masks that we looked at before, like I said, I found at Party City and Spirit Halloween. Yeah, I just can't help myself, right? Even though I pre-ordered these and I knew they were coming, I found that one, the rotted mask at Spirit Halloween, and I couldn't resist. So we already looked at it, but another copy of that is in this box as well, which at the end of the video we'll kind of take a look at and compare it to the one I found at Spirit Halloween, see if one is better than the other, okay? So, without further ado, here we go. Let's get this puppy open. Okay. All right. This out of here. Here we go. All right. Oh, that's the rotted version of the mask. That might be better. I don't know. We'll see. Look at that later. But this is why we came. Get rid of that. The clean version. The clean version of the mask, which I'm already liking the way it looks. Let's get it out of the bag here. Get that out of here. Oh yeah. There it is. Very cool. Huh. Check that out. Of course, we're going to take a detailed look at it here, but there it is. How cool is that? I obviously prefer the clean look because, being the H1 enthusiast that I am, I do like the clean look. So, alright. Let's go ahead and get up close with this bad boy and see what we think. Alright, here it is. Got the hair styled out a little bit there. But here it is. It looks really good. Looks really good. Yeah, I'm a fan of this mask and sculpt for sure. And I really like the clean version. Really like the clean version. Very, very, very cool. Yep. I'm impressed. I am impressed so far. For sure. Not much can go wrong with this paint app. Pretty much stark white. There is some shading and there is a little bit of detailing going on, but very subtle, and it should be. It should be very subtle. And it looks good. Looks good just like that. Let's get some up-close shots of it for you so you can see as we look at it here. And it kind of has that, kind of has some shading going on, Nothing too crazy, but once again, the sculpt, I mean, obviously, it is directly from Wayne Toth, the sculpt, and you can't get any more accurate than that. Once again, the hair is laid correctly on this mask, which I love the fact that they're doing that correctly now. And this mask is about the same size as the other ones, of course. This one's just a slight, tiny, tiny, tiny little bit tighter, more snug on my face, but nothing that's uncomfortable. It's the very slightest difference compared to the other ones. So, there you go. Nothing else to do now but see what it looks like on. Here we go. Alright, as promised, we're going to take a look at this rotted version of the mask that I got directly from Trick or Treat Studios and compare it to the one I found at Spirit Halloween. So let's get this out of here, out of this bag. Alright, here's the one that I got directly from Trick or Treat Studios, my pre-order. And it doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't. It might look better than the other one, I don't know. We're going to take a look at that in 1 second. But the cracks and crevices are a little bit more highlighted here than on the other copy, but the grayness of the inside the paint that we talked about before is actually way better here, where it's more uniform around the whole mask instead of just like in areas. So that's way better already. So let's go ahead and get the other one that I got at Spirit Halloween and put them side by side. And then here is the one from Spirit Halloween. So this is interesting. The one I got from Spirit Halloween has more of a grimy look to the paint app. And then the one I got directly from Trick or Treat Studios has more of a, a clean paint app for the most part, and most of the heavy stuff is focused around the creaks and the crevices and all that stuff. But for the most part, not bad. Maybe the one from Spirit is the better copy, I don't know. Because this is more of a stark white kind of paint on this one. And then this one is definitely more rugged looking. So, very interesting. Very, very interesting. But there they are. These are mass-produced masks. They're coming off a line where people just paint them and they get things going and get things done and all that good stuff. So you get what you get. The fact we're getting anything like this in stores is amazing to me, because the era I grew up in, you ain't never gonna get anything like this in the stores. So people need to remember how lucky we are now to be getting stuff like this, because this was not the case back in the day. I'm telling you right now, you could only have dreamed of getting masks this good and sculpts like this back in the day. So I'm very happy that we get this kind of stuff from Trick or Treat Studios and what they've been doing. So there you go. There's the comparison. You decide, which one do you think's better? I'm thinking maybe the Spirit one is better. It's a little more grimy looking, as it should be. So, but hey, pretty cool stuff. All right, there it is. The Trick or Treat Studios Rob Zombie's Halloween clean version of the mask. And they're calling it the 92 Murder Mask. For any of you wondering the timeline in that movie, it is early 90s, whenever Myers is a little boy. Okay, people are like, oh, it's 78 or whatever. Nah, not really. I mean, there's been some interviews with Rob that have said, he talked about he didn't really want it to look like 2007, but it technically was, when it's adult Michael and whatnot. Because let's face it, they're using, at that point, they're using cell phones that weren't available until the early 2000s at the very least. Okay, so that tells you right there, it's not late 90s whenever he's adult Michael. But here it is. And I think it's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool, actually, here for the clean version of the mask. And of course, we took a look at the copy of the rotted mask, that I got from Trick or Treat Studios versus the one from Spirit. I think maybe the one from Spirit is a little better, a little grimier looking, more of the grime is more even throughout. But the funny thing is, with the Trick or Treat Studios, the one I got from directly Trick or Treat Studios, is got the gray kind of paint more evenly distributed. So it's one or the other, They'll get more consistent with it over time. This is how it is when they release a new mask. It's very inconsistent at first. It's going to be drastic differences between them until everybody gets on the same page after a few months to almost a year of making them. Then they kind of find a consistent pattern to go on. But really can't go wrong here with this one. Pretty much stark white with very little shading and stuff, like we looked at. But yeah. Very cool. And with that said, I will catch you all down the road.